If you are planning to interview in another country because your embassy is slow, you might want to watch this video to the end because it's not like that anymore. You cannot do that anymore, according to the US. Now, I'm here with my man, Kelvin. This is Kooturu Global, and we're a consultant. We've been helping people when it comes to making videos and helping people process their visa and other visa category. We've been helping out. We've been helping out with different visa categories. And in the next 5 years, our mission is to help how many people?
20,000 people.
20,000 people travel to the countries of their dreams. We've been helping people personally as a consultant. Other people have watched our videos, numerous of videos that have helped them. We've gotten a lot of testimony, people saying, hey, we watched your video and now I'm in the US. We watched your video and now I'm here, right? So now, this is the latest update. We want to bring it to you. This video is not edited, so it's raw, I'm telling you. So you're going to get a lot of uncut scenes, right? Because it's a hot take. It's a breaking news. US recently, Kelvin, just hit us with it. Let's go.
Okay. So US recently released an update concerning immigrants and non-immigrant visas, stating that they are not going to allow people to move from different countries to other countries for their interviews. So actually, if you are in Ghana, you should do your interview in Ghana.
If you reside in Ghana,
yes,
do your interview in Ghana. If you reside in Canada, do it in Canada. Don't try to jump start.
Yes. Yeah.
The first thing that is coming into someone's mind is why? Why? Before you allowed it, you know, this really gave us the benefit to jump to another country in case if we see that our embassy is being slow and it's not beneficial to interview at our country. And now you're saying no. Why? Kelvin, why? Why are they choosing to do this?
So one of the things that they want is they want a centralized processing, and also they want to ensure stricter oversight, and also to end the third country visa stamping, just because maybe if they want to track some kind of thing, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them because you move from a different state to like a different country to another country for
that's their reasons.
Yes, that's their reason.
These are the three reasons.
Okay. US Department of State. Yeah.
US Department of State. So this is right under the US government. And are we expecting this to be immediately or we waiting for something? We're waiting for some time.
So it depends. That is for those in the immigrant section, that is the K1, the DV, and all those kind of people. This is going to actually start on 1st November.
1st November coming 2025.
Yes, 2025. And I believe the reason why they are doing it, that is that they are giving exceptions to those in the DV category. So if you already went a DV, you have already started everything, you can actually do it in anywhere, in the location that you've already picked, right?
Right.
But those who are starting the DV 2026, those people should now use their home country as where they're going to do the interview, because if you don't do it that way, they are not going to call you for the interview and they are not going to refund whatever amount you pay to them.
So like after the November 1st, if you plan to schedule, let's say maybe you haven't done your DS-260 and after November 1st, now you've gotten your passport. You're like, okay, let me go do the DS-260. You go apply and then you choose another country. No. You're not allowed to do that. Yes, wow. This is a bomb, guys. This is so sad because a lot of people dependent on this. And this was the main reason why a lot of people are in the US. And now they saying you can't do it. They know embassies are going to be slow. How come the US department never came down to tell the embassies to be fast so that people don't travel to other countries? So that one, they didn't do it.
Yeah.
They just put restrictions in place for people to jump. Yeah. Let me see if they put some improvement in place for the embassies to also be fast. So people don't have to jump, because you can't tell me people are just jumping because they want to go and see Nairobi. People are not jumping because Togo is so nice. They want to go see Lomé, right? Lomé, that's how they say.
Yeah, Lomé. Yeah.
Lomé, right? You can't, I mean, no disrespect to any country. All I'm trying to say is that people are not jumping to these countries because they just want to take a trip or they want to go on vacation. No, they are taking that step to go to that country because their
Because of
embassy,
the rate of success, they think
exactly,
that
the rate of
embassy is
success plays a part, and then their
yeah.
embassies are also slow. So, Kelvin, did the US government do anything about it?
You see, when it comes to the US department this year, they are kind of changing a lot of things under the government of Trump because I think Trump has a different perspectives and he maybe you see one of the thing is these people they always want to secure their place, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
anytime they see something like fishy and stuff, they kind of go straight to kind of getting something that's going to help them best.
Right. I'm saying if they are able to actually, if they are able to actually put blocks in place for people not to jump over to another country for interview, but they never did anything about in embassies being fast, the productivity, the productivity of embassies being fast. They couldn't say anything about it. They couldn't do anything about it, but yet they are stopping people from jumping to another country. Yeah, that's not adding up. That's not adding up because it's not adding up because you can't solve one piece of the puzzle and not solve the other piece of the puzzle. The other piece of the
Yes.
puzzle, actually, if you go to the root, if they are going to put pressure on the embassies to also be fast and be productive and do much more, do much better. I'm not saying that embassies are lazy. I don't know the reason why sometimes they don't process a lot of cases, right? But
Yeah.
like common sense will tell you that that's the root cause. If that root cause is fixed, nobody will be jumping. No one will just like honestly just get up and say, I'm going to this country or I'm going to that country to do my interview, right?
But one thing is those in the non-immigrant section, right?
Mm-hmm.
DS is effective immediately because I think DS they want it to be fast. So like DS there's no kind of delay on that side. So on the 6th of September, which they released it has started on the 6th of September.
So if you are F1 student, these are for the F1 students and the
F1 students,
B1 visitors and
yeah,
all that. You can't go to
yeah, all
another
of them.
country.
Yes, but there are some exceptions, right? One of the
Okay.
biggest exceptions that cut across both of them is being a resident in that place, in wherever you are trying to do the interview. So let's say you move to Nigeria and you have documents that show that you are a resident of Nigeria, you can actually do it there by also
Right.
showing documents that can
Proof.
that can
Yeah. Right.
back you up. That yeah.
And
So
then
that is one of
also,
the things that
yeah.
cut across.
And I know that we do have some two pieces of document that if you see the countries that they release, I'm sharing my screen. You can actually take a pause. We're not going to mention the countries. But here is a country for the non-immigrant visa processing.
Yeah.
And then here is a country, the countries for the immigrant processing. Now, these countries are exception, right, Kelvin?
Yeah, yeah, they are exception. The reason being that these countries, I think, because of the war and stuff, they need to relocate and kind of have the chance to be interviewed. So that is why they have the other countries allocated to it. That is called the designated locations or the designated posts. So that
Okay.
you can go in there and kind of have your interview. So if you don't fall within this country, don't do any mistake of relocating. And even if you fall within this country,
You have to go to
these
the
are the
opposite. Yeah.
locations that they have actually highlighted to you that this is where you can do it.
So
Yeah.
that's so good. So for instance, if you're in Afghanistan, they want you to go to that country.
Islamabad. Yeah.
Okay. And then if you're in Iran, in case if there is any, because they are going through some sort of heat right now. So in case if you have
Yeah.
an interview, you can go to Dubai. So if you're in these countries on the left and you want to go to an interview, you have to go to these countries on the right. And this is the only exception. Otherwise, if you go to any other embassy, red flag, go back. They will send you back. Same thing with the immigrant visas. If you are in these countries, in the right or on the left, sorry, on the left, here are your designated basically countries that you can go to your interview. So Samalia, you're going to Nairobi, Kenya for. Okay, so makes sense.
And I'm also
mm-hmm.
going to say that they should actually look at the information because the information interchanges in these two kind of data they are seeing. Because when you look at the non-immigrant side, we have chat, but when you look at immigrants, we don't have chat.
Right.
So don't say that, oh, this and this. So we need to be careful with this information.
Right.
That is.
See, so pause the video. If you're watching this video, pause the video and check what does your visa category falls under. Is it non-immigrant or is it immigrant? If, the most famous non-immigrant visa categories are, the F1s, the B1, B2 visitors.
Yeah.
This is for students. This is for visits. I think H1, the H1, H1, H2, I believe. Yes, H1,
and
H2.
They have the M, the J's.
Right. The M, and they all fall here, right? The J's and the M's and the H. Okay, good. Yes. So they all fall here. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So one of the exceptions, right, talk about those who are in the diplomatic and official visa kind of categories.
Yes.
So they said this new rule that they've made does not apply to those people. So if you're in a diplomatic visa, if you're on the NATO visa, you're on the A, the J, the C2, and the C3 visas, this information does not
apply to you.
Kind of apply to you, yeah.
And trust me, there is no a politician that will be watching this video. We are the ones left to listen to this information, right? Because they have a special type of visas. Okay, cool. And now on the immigrant side, you are talking, sometimes K1 have a process that falls here, but talking K1, you're talking DV lottery, you're talking spousal, C2, you're talking K2, you're talking all those beautiful.
They have a new one as the EB.
EB, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now, but at the end of the day, one thing that you need to take out of this is that you are still restricted, whether you are on the left side, which is the non-immigrant, and or the right side, which is the immigrant. You are still restricted one way or the other. Now, let's come back and talk more about Kelvin. Let's talk more about the people who have already scheduled. I want to make that clear. Somebody is sitting there panicking. They said, oh, wow, I did my DS1 260, especially DV lottery winners. We have a lot of those audience. We have a lot of K1. I've already scheduled my interview in so and so country. My original country is Ghana, or the country I reside in is in Ghana. But last year I had Lome, Togo. So I did it in Togo. Am I in trouble now? Kelvin, are we in trouble? Is this person in trouble? So, Kelvin, I want to ask, are they in trouble?
Not really, just because, as I said, they have exceptions under it. Okay, so first, let's start with those under immigrant section, that is those in the DV. As stated earlier, we said that it's going to start 1st November. So anybody in the DV lottery section is okay if you are already existing in their database. But if you are now starting, that is the DV 2026 people, that is where you need to change it or actually select your home country. But if you're already awaiting for your interview, which you are in the DV 2025, you are good to go.
Okay.
But those in the non-immigrant section, these people are also good to go if you're also existing. But the only thing is that if you miss it, that is all.
You can't go back to that country again. You have to back to the sender.
If you miss your interview, that is
if you miss it. Okay. So especially the people who missed their interview this year, DV lottery. Yeah. In case if those people they missed their interview in that specific country, because now the law is there. So now if you miss your interview, now you get to participate in the law. Now you are in the law. So they will not reschedule you again. You're done.
Yes.
Because they cannot break the rules in place.
And I'm also going to say that even if you are in a you are in the immigrant section, also make that as a principle for you that I'm not going to miss this because anything can happen.
Because once you miss it, you're probably done.
Yes.
Wow.
And one of the things about the non-immigrant section is if you miss it, like even if you don't miss it, or if you choose that other country, for example, am I freezing?
Go ahead. No, you're good.
You not be.
So I think we're good. So if it's cancelled, that's it. Ashiegu. No problem.
Yes, if you miss it, they are not going to reschedule because automatically they want to fall within that kind of restrictions they've set.
Right.
One other thing about the non-immigrant part is
the F1, the B1s.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if you choose a different country and you're not a resident of that country, your appointment will take longer. And another thing that you also need to know is that you will not even qualify if you get appointments.
Right.
Automatically refusal.
Right. Because you're not supposed to.
Yes.
And then
everything will be going in vain.
Oh my God. This is bad. And then with the immigrant visa, if you are surely going to go to that country, then you have to be ready to tell NVC, which is the National Visa Center, that you are going to reside in that country. You are not just going there for the interview. They are going to ask you for a proof because they are real authentic people or the real people with legitimate reasons for going. They might be going because they are honestly moving to that country and they are going to reside. They are going to stay there permanently for some time in that country. In that way, or within those kind of description, they can go, but they need to have the proof.
And for the immigrant people, they have another good news. They have something called a post-to-post transfers, right?
Okay.
Which they have an inquiry form, which you don't need to mail. If you use the mail approach, they're not going to mind you. You need to use that form. And I think we are going to drop the link in the description.
Okay.
So that, if you are in the immigrant section, you go in there, you scroll down, you fill the form, you enter USCIS number and all those kind of things, and you tell them, okay, I want to move it back to maybe this
country. So let's say maybe you hear this announcement, you are scared. You said, I want to go back to my home country.
Yes.
You can't just go and email them and do like the old way of doing it. They have a request form.
Don't even mail the consular. Just fill the form.
Yes.
And they will work on that.
And the form goes to NVC, I believe.
Yes, it goes to NVC.
Now, I think we've answered most of the questions, most of the dying questions for the people. So just to hit the point, the main point here is they've made changes. Both non-immigrant, immigrant visa categories cannot be traveling to other countries by heart. Even if you are going to do it and you think that you fall within the exception and all that, please just know that, ask yourself, is it worth risking it going to another country? If it's not, just eliminate that whole idea by itself. Stay in your home country. People might be asking, what if, that's what I was saying earlier. What if the embassy, my embassy is slow, bobo. Now we don't have any, you can't cut corners. Basically, that's what they are trying to say. If you really want to do it and you still persist that, hey, I still want to do it in this country, I'm not feeling my country is way too slow, I'm not going to depend on them because, you know that the US government is trying to do some somewhere to block people from, you know that thing. So if you still want to do it, and if you still want to take that risk, I think it's possible. The only thing is that you have to prove without a doubt that you are going to live in that country. and whatever ropes and means that you are going to take to do that.
It's not even you are going to live. You are already living in that country.
You are already living in that country.
Yeah, because if you are not in that country and you are booking, how are you going to get the documents for that? You need to stay there for some time before you
can even get the documents to claim or to prove to them that you are there.
Yeah.
Right. So either ways, you're cooked. Don't try. Just stay in your country, I guess.
And actually, Ghana, when it comes to Ghana, for example, Ghana is doing well. So
yeah, if it's Ghana, if Ghana is your problem, hey, at least the high hopes that you can get is they are doing well now. Aside from that, Kel, do you have anything for them? Anything they need to know? Sorry that this video is not cut. It might be long, guys, but I hope it's worth it and it's worth your time and everything. So, Kel, anything else?
All I'm going to say is God is with us all, and we are going to kind of finally reach our final destination. The only thing is that when you want to get something, the devil also want to stop you, but still push.
Yeah,
and be in the range. Like when you are in the range, it really helps you rather than trying to put yourself into danger. Because if you are caught, someone will say, if you are caught, you are catch.
Right. Everything that we said here, guys, we're leaving. But before we leave, if you need any help, you might be hearing this news like, oh my God, there's a lot of changes going on. I really need someone to help me. Do not hesitate. That's why we're a consultant, Kooturu Global. You can contact us. Check the description for our information, contact information. There is a WhatsApp link there. You can click on it, connect to us via WhatsApp straight away, and then we take it from there. Aside from that, honestly, I think we're out. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.
Yeah.